Hey friends, it's Lena from wiscobujo and welcome to my channel. I figured I would show my face since I haven't shown it in a while and let you all know that I'm doing okay and I'm good and chilling, you know, behind per usual, but that's okay. So May kind of crept up on me because I went to California a couple weeks ago to visit my grandma because she got knee replacement surgery on her other knee, so I wanted to spend some time with her during her recovery and help her out while I can, as well as visiting other family members while I was there. So what I thought was going to be a very productive week because I brought tons of supplies and stuff ended up not being very productive at all, at least in terms of like bullet journaling and stuff, but it was very productive in my personal life and my family bonding and relationships. So you know what, I don't regret working on stuff at all, but yes, it did put me behind, and that's why I'm scrambling to do this plan with me very last minute. Usually at least I try to get it within like the week of the last month prior to the month that I'm posting, but it's probably gonna go up on April 30th, which whatever, at least I am getting it done. Anyways, let's move on to my May plan with me. So this month it is heavily inspired by Leela Journals. I am one of her patrons of her Patreon, and one of her Patreon packages was butterfly themed, and it was like these vintage neutral coffee stained butterflies, which I'll show you all in a moment, type of stickers and postcards and stuff. I don't know, maybe you can see back there, but one of the postcards or prints is out from that Patreon. Well, actually all of her prints are up there. I don't know, it's such a great neutral aesthetic, so I just pull up her stuff on my wall. Anyways, Artie's package that month was just amazing, and I know I want to save it for a spring type theme because I just usually try to do spring things for spring bullet journal themes. And yeah, this theme is like a vintage butterfly junk journal neutral beige gray theme because my last three themes have been very doodle heavy, and I wanted to give myself a break as well as use some of the stationery that I've accumulated over these past few months, which has gotten a little bit ridiculous, but that's okay. There are worse addictions out there. But yeah, I just wanted to use more of my stationery this month and also give myself a break because the doodle heavy themes were a lot, kind of. Like, I mean, it's more stuff for the junk journal themes, but I find it easier to do the layering for the papers than I do to actually sketch things out and doodle it. Yeah, let's get started with my May plan with me. Tootsie's like, yeah, let's do our May plan with me. Woo, 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 woo. I love you. Dang. Again, I'm using my Notebook Therapy A5 bullet journal from their Winter Journey collection. Also, don't mind that piece of hair that's in the background. Alright, so let's get started. These are the stickers that serve as my inspo, the dot stickers, the 2 butterfly sheets. So the first 3 are all from Leela Journals, and actually this last sheet is from Album Love Handmade, but they're all this neutral, beautiful beige color. So this first handmade paper is also from Album Love Handmade. She makes beautiful handmade papers and she sells them in her Etsy shop and also includes them in her Patreon packages. So I bought some this time around for this theme because I know it's going to do a neutral theme, and it's just like so pretty and textural. This window die cut is from Leela Journal's Patreon. I'm not sure if she's selling it yet, but I think she will soon. But it's just so gorgeous, and it fit perfectly with this month's theme with like the neutral colors. And the windows actually open in the center. And then I just showed you some die cuts that I'm using throughout the entire theme. So the dies are from Sizzix, and the smaller one is from Ali Express, which you can just type in like butterfly metal die cuts and I think it should come up. So I think having the dies gives it like a little bit texture and kind of like a raised type of look, so it looks like there's more types of layers. And I also didn't mention that the sticker sheets that I showed, I'm pretty sure Artie and Kinga have them listed on their Etsy shop. So if you want to purchase those sticker sheets I showed at the beginning, you can definitely do so. And I'll include links to their Etsy shops in the caption below. Alright, so I'm just about to stamp the May. I didn't know like how I wanted to go about lettering this month, but I figured that since it's a layering theme, I'm just gonna use all type of like stamped elements instead of doing hand lettering this time around, because I did a lot of hand lettering for the last theme that I did with the Sakura theme, so let's just give myself a break. Okay, so I felt that this part needed something more, because at first I was just only gonna leave the window with the butterfly sticker and dies, but I was like, it looks kind of plain still, so I cut out these stickers. Well, technically they're pet tape from Freckles Tea. It is from their volume 2, like green tea leaf. I forgot the name of this collection, but it's their volume 2, and it's just like very perfect because the hydrangea, is that how you say it? My partner always corrects me because I always say like hydrangea, but I think it's hydrangea. But anyways, these wow, I can't talk. Okay, these hydrangea stickers are just perfect because of the perfect shade of gray, but they also kind of have like a beige stone color in them, so it kind of fits this entire palette that I have going on. So I just started cutting them all out and arranging them, and eventually I just stuck them all down in their spot. And as you can see throughout this video, there's times where I put things in certain places and at the end I just don't like how it looks, so I take it away or, you know, decide to go against it and place it somewhere else. I've also had questions in the past as to why I use these tweezers, and it's definitely not for like aesthetic purposes because I mean it doesn't even match my color scheme, but the reason why I use them is because for the pet tape it's so thin, especially when you like fuzzy cut them, and it's so hard to peel apart, especially just using your fingers or your fingernails, and it takes literally forever. So these tweezers are just like a game changer when it comes to using pet tapes or sticker flakes that are really hard to peel off, especially when it's like the plastic clear kind. So I highly recommend using these. And also like my hands are pretty oily too, so it doesn't leave the mark, you know, when I'm like sticking the stickers. So yeah, that is my spiel for using the tweezers, and I have already started on the other side. I was originally going to make this a quote page, but you know what, I was like, this is a layering theme. I haven't done like any junk journal spreads in like a really long time, and I see all these beautiful clusters and stuff on Instagram, and I always want to do it. I save them all but never have time to do it, so I figured now would be a good time to do it in my bullet journal, and hopefully by doing so it encourages me to use all of the traveler's notebooks that I've accumulated and bought, because I thought I was gonna do, you know, a lot more junk journal type spreads, but I haven't because your girl is busy or she's lazy. And yeah, so I'm hoping that this month encourages me to use a lot more of my stationery and supplies that I've accumulated. And as I mentioned, it's been a lot. Like I could safely say that if there's a fire in my home, besides my dog, I would grab all my pet tapes and stationery supplies first in a fire. Like, you know, I was like clothes and other stuff, maybe not, but my stationery collection definitely would be a top priority in the case of fire, which, knock on wood, hopefully never happens. Okay, so yeah. Also, one new thing that I've been using this month is that nifty glue pen. It is from ZIG. So yeah, so it's just this ZIG Kuretake glue pen, and it's amazing because, you know, it's very small, so for my more like detailed stuff it's really great to glue things down. Okay, so somehow I have chatted my way into my monthly. So per usual, I go with a 1-page monthly. I did elongate the boxes a little bit more this time just because I wanted it to take a little bit more space. So yeah, that is why the boxes are a little bit longer. And I put in that beige color for the tombow for the top header, and you will see later in the video that I end up changing it. And the reason why I do so is because once I glued everything down for the layers, the beige was just like too, how do you say it? It just stood out too much, and it didn't actually go with the color palette as I thought it would have. So it'll get covered later on, because you know what? Every single video I record for these plan with me's, I always mess up somehow. I mean, as you saw, I didn't actually like mess up when I started writing that Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. It's because usually I start my days of the week with Monday, but because the month starts on a Sunday, I just figured it'd be easier in terms of writing the months down, because I don't like the look of like all the days of the week being empty and then Sunday being filled in. So it was just easier this time around to go with a Sunday start week. So yeah. Okay. I feel like I'm like extra chatty, maybe because I haven't posted a video in a while and recorded a video or recorded a voiceover in a while. So yeah, this has just been like a bunch of me rambling and not re-recording, because at this point it's whatever. You're all gonna have to deal with me rambling. But the two ephemera pieces, like the big one with all the stamps on it, that's also from Album Love Handmade, and the one in the back with like the beige color is from Paperminty Studio. So yeah, these are all shops that I purchase from often, or I'm a patron of. So always gotta support your favorite fellow artists, right? So on this side, you know, Sunday is the first day of the month, and it's kind of awkward to do like a one-page spread for one day of the week, especially for Sunday, because like Sunday is usually my day of leisure, so I don't make like tons of plans and stuff on Sunday unless they're just for fun or socializing or whatever. So originally I was gonna make it a brain dump page, but I was like, nah, I'll just do it for Sunday because I do have some tasks I need to complete, and if I want to make it a brain dump, I can just write in the other space below. So I do turn it into a Sunday spread. So I don't have any plans really that I can think of for tomorrow, but I'll probably just make it like a master task list type thing. I always find ways to fill up the space, so yeah. Now I'm just stamping the letters for Sunday, and that stamp set is also from Ali Express, so I use it a lot in a lot of my spreads and also my pen paling stuff, because sometimes I just don't feel like lettering the actual letters, you know. So now we are on to my first full weekly, and I'm going with this spread that I usually use a lot with the boxes. So on the left hand side, the boxes are 7x7. So if you guys want to recreate this, that's just giving you some measurements in terms of the bullets. And I am very big on symmetry, so that's why I had to mark all of the underlines to know where to put all the letters. I still did some of them a little crooked, but that's okay. I think for the most part it turned out pretty well. And these big spaces of boxes are nice for the days of the week or numbers, because you can get really creative with all the space that you have to letter. So actually I usually letter like a cursive, and I break up, like if it's like says Monday, I'll do Mon on top and day on the bottom in a cursive-y font that takes up a lot of space and ends up looking really nice. But since I wasn't lettering for this month, I was just gonna use stamps instead. So that is my reason why I stamped instead, just to give it like more a cohesive type of look. And yeah, I realize I say like so yeah and yeah a lot. I tend to add in filler words when I'm rambling a lot. You'll probably notice it in my other videos when you listen to me ramble. I have like words of the day, and that's just my jam. Okay, so this giant M stamp, it's actually an M from Memories, but I was like, how perfect is it that I have this gigantic letter, and it's for the month of May. So I stamped it on top of the sticker on the left, which is from Mindwave. They had this Libre collage collection, which I bought like every single color of, and my friend Isha shared with me the flakes packs, and it's just awesome. But the hard thing about stamping on it is that it kind of has like a vellum feel, so it didn't like adhere as well as I wanted it to. As you guys saw when I stamped it, it didn't stamp fully the first time, but it actually ended up looking kind of nice having this like, I guess, like wear and tear type look instead of filling in all the way. And I actually ended up covering it partially anyways with that butterfly die cut because it was like a little blurry, and I had to fix it somehow because you can't erase archival ink really unless you cover the entire thing. So yeah, anyways, one thing I've been loving are these like numbers type stamps. They are from these like BGM clear stamp packs, and I don't use any of the other stamps, I just use these number ones. So if any of you know where I can get more of these smaller number type stamps, please let me know so I can purchase them and spend a lot more money. And yeah, I see them in a lot of like junk journaler type spreads, and one of my favorites, as I've mentioned several times, is Album Love Handmade. Kinga has like these amazing clear stamps that are perfect for just stamping tons of numbers and I guess like ephemera type look for her spreads, and I need those stamps in my life. Not that I should be spending any more money, but it brings me joy, so whatever. I always try to tell myself each month that I'm gonna spend less on stationery, and it's just unrealistic. So I've just come to terms that, you know what, it's okay because it's my money and I can spend it however I'd like as long as it's not hurting anybody. Okay, so I pretty much done with all my spreads that I was gonna do for this plan with me, and so now I'm gonna add on the washi tapes for the tabs. Originally I was gonna add more beige colored type washi tapes, so that's why you guys can see at the bottom here I have some brownish beige colored tapes here, but as you saw from all my spreads, it ended up being more of like a stone grayish color scheme than it did like a beige brown color scheme. So I just went with kind of black gray type washi tapes this time around because I just thought it matched better with the color scheme, and it kind of made me a little sad because I was going to use a tape from this new collection I received from Notebook Therapy, which is the Light Academia collection. If you're interested in seeing it, please check out my IG where I will share it in my stories today. So yeah, if you're interested in buying, they are having a spring sale, and you don't even have to use my affiliate code because they have an even better discount right now. It's spring 20, so you can get 20% off your purchase, which is huge for savings. So yeah, not trying to influence you to buy more stationery, but go buy the stationery you want if you want it. Okay, so I was rolling out this grid tape, so it's like just like a classic white background with black grid. And you know, this is what happens when you buy some things from, you know, cheap AliExpress shops. I do try to buy things on AliExpress if it's like more basic type things, but I bought the grid tape and it was misprinted, so it's not even a grid tape, it's like 2 double grid tapes printed on the entire roll. And luckily I had a teeny bit left on this roll you see here on the left, and I was able to use it for my middle tab, which thank goodness, because I would have gone insane because then it wouldn't have matched the aesthetic, and I don't have any more of that grid tape. I have grid tape in like literally every other color except for that one because I had that full roll of misprinted ones. But I guess that's what you get when you try to go cheap and not buy more like, you know, high quality type stuff. But okay, getting close there. Oh, to mention, that grayish tape that has like the numbers and stuff is from YOHAKU, which is a Japanese brand. They are great with that type of like stamped numbers ephemera type look for their washi tapes. And these types of washi tapes where it has like the colors and the black, like I said, numbers ephemera look, come in tons of different colors. And I have like 3 of their rolls in like a black, a brown, and this grayish one, and I love them. So you can find them on any shop that sells like Japanese washi tapes if you're into that type of look. And we are done, and let's go through the flip through. I am super happy with how this month turned out. I just love the color scheme and the color palette and the layered elements. I'm glad to get back into like the junk journal type thing, and I just think it turned out great. So let me know what you think of my theme this month in the comments, and if you liked my video, please comment, like, and subscribe. And if you recreate any of my spreads on Instagram, please be sure to tag me. Thank you so much for watching, and have a great day, y'all. Bye!